Like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GGD Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Ticket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop until you get your mouth on LDBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. Ticket TV. Like, share, subscribe. Ring that bell. You guys get all the updates when I release video content on the channel, man. And make sure y'all tapped in, man. If you guys have not subscribed again, hit the subscribe button. After you do that, you're going to see a bell. Hit that bell. It's going to be an all button that comes up. You click that all button. And that way you guys will get all the updates when I release videos on this channel, man. And press 2 in the comments if y'all can hear me, man. Let me get a quick mic check real quick. And I'm going to get right into this live stream, man, because I was bothered when I heard this last night, man. I really was, man. I pray to God that this was not true. I pray to God this was not true, man. But there's something going on right now. I'm finna tell y'all what's going on, man. Shout out to Katia, T. Turner, Volvo, MMM, Auntie Lee. Salute to you. Chris Bailey, X Devon, JJ, Mr. CT, Beverly Phillips, Carmania, Barbara, Carla, Saphiria, Colmurph, Derek Mallory, Kyra, A. Willie, Butterfly, William, VIP in the building, Les Ram, Music, Tyra, Big, Jenny, Justin, Nia, Neon, Back the Blue, Rose, Mardizzle, Derek, Benny, Isaiah, Just a Conversation, Colmurph, Malachi, Ike, Rose. Everybody else in the building, salute, man. Let's get right into this, man. Check it out, man. Bro, fans are irate right now. I looked in the comment section of a video that's going viral as of last night. Shout out to the brother Lionel B. He did an interview with a woman who is suing Diddy. And this woman made some very serious allegations again against Jennifer Lopez. She had already made some, but this time she came back and she made some devastating, absolutely devastating allegations, man, in which we haven't heard anything from Jennifer Lopez about. But now fans in the comment sections are demanding that there be a official investigation launched into Jennifer Lopez. And I'm talking about thousands of fans want Jennifer Lopez investigated. Now, Jennifer Lopez recently was at an event. She was at a signing event. She was asked about Diddy, and the reports are she ran up out of there. She just left. She ran up out of there when they started asking her about this situation with Diddy. But it was always put to the public that she was innocent in that entire Diddy situation, and that, you know, she was just somebody who basically didn't fit into that situation that Diddy was in, and she ultimately left Diddy. But apparently, according to Miss Adria English, who was she claimed she was a sex worker for Diddy, and she also claims that she was a dancer and a performer at his freak-off parties. she is implicating J-Lo's involvement in this situation, and she made some of the most devastating claims against Jennifer Lopez, and she's also daring Jennifer Lopez to file a lawsuit against her if she's lying and take her to court because she says she wants to see J-Lo in court. And I'm going to play you guys what she said, and it's just some of the most devastating, allegations, man, that I think that one could have in the atmosphere. Absolutely devastating, man. It broke my heart to hear these allegations, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. The weirder and the more stranger the allegations get, and the way these people tell their story, man, bro, I don't see how nobody makes up a story detail for detail like this. I just don't see it. I just don't see it, bro. You don't get on the mic and you see the pain in somebody when they saying this. You see how somebody physically and emotionally have been affected by that type of lifestyle, man. And when they broke through that type of lifestyle, how they had been holding back things all their life, and then they finally break through and just let it all go. And it's like the detail of detail. And it's like certain powers don't want that to be released. They don't want that to be put into the atmosphere, man, because of the simple fact that they don't want that thing to be exposed, man. But now the fans are demanding an investigation into Jennifer Lopez. I don't know what Jennifer Lopez's representation is going to feel about this. I'm pretty sure Jennifer Lopez is going to end up being pressured into putting out a statement about this or responding to these allegations because this is went absolute viral. But I want to let you guys hear what she had to say, man. And in the Lionel B interview, this is absolutely disgraceful.
Now, you mentioned that you have more information to share, and we're going to go ahead and hop into that. Now, you made some allegations against Jennifer Lopez performing sex acts on a minor. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, happily, Lionel. Thank you. Miss J-Lo, Miss J from the block. We're going to start from the beginning. Now, Jennifer Lopez.
And before she starts, I want everybody to understand she's speaking about when she makes those allegations against J-Lo, the woman she's speaking about, there was a young lady that was in a photo infamously. Now it's online on the US, it's online on the UK website. This photo, right? Now, this photo, right, was also put in a lawsuit against P. Diddy, right? This photo was added in a lawsuit against P. Diddy, but the face was swept out. So you guys can see it's not capped. There it is right there on your screen. The lady she's talking about is the one whose face is X'd out on that screen right there. So when you guys listen to what these allegations are, she's alleging that that's the same woman that was on the table with all the food on her. When you saw the infamous picture of those people had that lady on the table with all the food on her. And that picture is online as well. But that's the picture that was put in a lawsuit against P. Diddy. Now, that's the lady right there whose face is X'd out. So I wanted y'all to see that before I play this. So when she says with the D&G shirt on and this, that, and the third, that's the picture she's talking about that's in that lawsuit against P. Diddy. But let's keep going.
Is from the Bronx. Lionel, thank you. Miss J-Lo, Miss J from the block. We're going to start from the beginning. Now, Jennifer Lopez is from the Bronx, New York, right? Back in the days, New York was a big drug pen. There's a lot of weight that was coming in and out of town through Canada, the border of Canada, and New York was the hub. Well, Miss J-Lo from the block used to be a drug runner for the big people. I'm not going to necessarily say it was the cartel. I'm not going to say it was the Russians. I'm not going to say it was Diddy.
Let me go ahead and address the foolishness right now. Hold on one second, you guys. This is the devil right here. He says, Adria is lying. How is she friends with a blank-year-old blank? Well, first of all, let me say this to you. Adria was there at the time. She was there. She was there with that lady. She said on numerous occasions She did not know, nobody knew that that lady was of that age at that time, because she said that that lady was more developed. As you see in the picture, the person did look more developed. So she said that person looked more developed at that time. And that picture's in the lawsuit. This is not no Tom, Dick, and Harry shit. Go look in the lawsuit. That picture's in the official lawsuit against P. Diddy. And she says that the Jane Doe is that actual person suing P. Diddy. That actual person. She said that on numerous occasions. So they were all there in the same circle, in the same place, according to Adria English. So how can you call a woman a liar that was there and is documented that Adria English was there, because they have her in photos dancing in booty shorts at the Diddy parties. She was a regular, and she admitted herself that she was eating strawberries off that girl who was laid out on that table when they had that picture that was blanked out of her face. That picture is online officially with Diddy standing over that girl and a lot of other people around her with all that food on. So what are you talking about? You guys praise hell. That's what's wrong with y'all, man. A lot of y'all praise the devil. And I understand that, bro. But I reject your deposit, brother. I will never praise the devil. That's a fact. You understand what I'm saying? That's a fact. So you want to uplift the foolishness? That's on you. But I won't walk in it. I will never do that, bro. You understand? Because what type of soul and spirit do you have to have? Now, as I said before, right? I was rudely interrupted by that whack ass comment. That picture is in the lawsuit, sir. It's in the lawsuit. So it ain't nothing else we talking about. Let's go.
Coming in and out of town through Canada, the border of Canada, and New York was the hub. Well, Miss J-Lo from the block used to be a drug runner for the big people. I'm not going to necessarily say it was the cartel. I'm not going to say it was the Russians. I'm not going to say it was Diddy. I'm not going to say it was Diddy's daddy's connects. I'm not going to say that it was Epstein's connects. I'm not going to say that it was a few other people who were supplying the money to fund these operations. But Miss J-Lo from the block, and this is not allegedly because I have proof and documentation, and she can sue me if I'm lying on her name. Tell her to sue me from my.
She says this is not allegedly because she has proof and documentation. And she says, if I'm lying, tell Jennifer Lopez to sue me. Now, who goes out here, puts their face on an interview that goes absolutely viral, says that they have evidence of this on paper, evidence, and is willing to prove it? And if you have any problem or issue with what I'm saying, sue me. That is what Adria English is saying in this interview. So it's okay. You can go around and troll and say, oh, these all people lying, this, that, and the third. But you can't troll when she asked the woman straight up, you got a problem with what I'm saying right now? My name is Adria English. Sue me, and we'll go to court. And I go to court with my evidence and this paperwork right here. Right? Now, somebody in the comment section asked a good question. They said, why hasn't she gone to the police? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you need to listen, because she said they did go to the police and the police ignored the report. And she absolutely went in on the police because she said that they knew and they covered it up for Diddy because his money was so long in moving things. But I'm going to let that play too. See, you guys, stop coming with the foolishness and just listen before you speak.
The country. You can sue from out the country, can't you? Yeah, but she would have to show up in court though. Yeah. But yeah, and so she did a lot of favors for a lot of important people, right? So that's how she got on Mr. Diddler's radar in the first place, because she had her name ringing. But at the same time, she wanted to break into the same kind of like with me. Okay, my past history was in the adult entertainment. She was the drug runner. You feel me? So she wanted to be on. So he heard about her, and then she was trying to dance and do her thing. She ended up getting booked to dance on in Living Color. So she was a background dancer for In Living Color. For all the young people out there, they probably don't know it, but if you go on YouTube, just Google In Living Color. It's hilarious. It's kind of like Saturday Night Live, but way better. I really think they should bring it back. And all of our great comedians were featured on there. You know, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, David, Alan Greer, all of the Wayans. You feel me? And so J-Lo, she looked up and she wanted to act, but she got a dance spot because she can dance.
And that's his new addition from Boogie Down Bronx, Jennifer Lopez.
You know, in that video, that's the way love goes. By Janet, you see J-Lo in there doing her little, she had her little, and it's sad because she started in one way and she wanted to propel herself into the area and space she is now, and she did that. But unfortunately, along her journey, she ran into the diddler, and he diddied her all the way and got her because she was already about that life, about that business, but she was on the low with it. So she had a chance to be in the game, and already had put in her work on the low, kind of like I put in my work, but mine is on the high because you can Google me. But she put in her work on the low, so she would have just broke into the game this Latin singer, dancer, whatever she wanted to be. But her only mistake was being, introduced and pursuing a relationship with, the diddler. So because he knew that she was about that life, he had her holding the guns. Her holding the gun in that club that night, that wasn't the first time she done held the gun for that nigga. That wasn't the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 10th time she done hold the gun. And she wasn't holding in distress like she was afraid of that shit. He had gave her lessons, everything. She know how to bust that thing. That particular night when he told her to slide that, she would slide that knowing what she was doing. She knew she was sliding that for a reason. You don't tell somebody to slide. If you slide and you pull it, I'm from LA. When your homeboy that's about that life look at you and say, slide me that, you know what it's for. You already know what it's for. I kind of feel like it was premeditated. Because why you even coming in there with one? It's one thing to have it in the car. It's one thing to hop out with it because we got to mob around or something. But you going in a controlled environment with security, with innocent patrons, music, everybody there just to have a good time. Why are you there bearing arms? Because you feel disrespected because somebody threw some money in your face? Money?
86 Daytoners. You said so much talking, but no arrest. Don't worry, sir. Your words. I put your comment on the screen because when the superseding indictment comes, I'm going to come back to this video and I'm going to put your comment back on the other screen when I do the next video, when the superseding indictment comes and there are other arrests. I'm going to put your comment back on that screen, man. I'll put your comment back on the screen because you're going to look like a jackass. Because when the superseding indictment comes, it ain't going to just be P. Diddy who gets re-indicted again. It's going to be a slew of people that come down with him. So I'm going to keep your comment on the screen right there. I'm going to keep your comment on the screen, right? Because it's a lot of talking. You're right. It is a lot of talking. I told you yesterday. It's a lot of talking by the feds, too. And the feds said that Diddy's sons was instructed to run down on people and do things at the behest of Diddy, right? So when that superseding indictment comes and there are other arrests, I have your comment in this stream at the 18:59 minute mark. And I'm going to come back to this comment. And I'm not going to block you because I want you to come back. When that superseding indictment drops, I want you to come back and have dinner with us over here. Or maybe it'll be breakfast. You never know when that second superseding indictment going to come. You never know, sir. So just wait on it. And I want to hear you have the same energy when the feds come clean this shit up. You understand? That's what I'm saying to you, sir. See, you guys want everything microwave. That shit ain't going to get microwave. There's going to be a slow cooking right here. Because you know why? It's a lot of gumbo in that pot, boy. It's a lot of gumbo in that pot. See, this type of stuff right here, you don't want to cook this fast. You want this right here to cook slow. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all something too. I want everybody to understand something. You know, my videos get yellow flagged just because I'm uncut with how I go at these people. So I don't really get paid off these videos because mine get yellow flagged. I can show you my videos. Both of them got yellow flagged. that means that you're not gonna really get no revenue off this. I'm doing this shit because of what's right. But I'm gonna say something to you. A lot of people are getting paid, and you know what it is? Reparations for that shit that Diddy did to all these other people, right? So now, you know what the man upstairs is doing? He feeding the streets off that boy's pocket, slow cooking his ass. And now all the people is eating off that shit. You understand? It's like feeding the 5,000, boy. You understand? All them people that complain about their deals, not getting paid, not getting their money, not being able to get out their deal, all those complaints that he had against him over the years. Now, guess what? Man upstairs on came and fed the whole streets off this bum. Put his ass in jail and fed the whole YouTube community and all these other people that have been hurt for years that are doing those interviews and getting paid off of them. They all getting paid in full, straight up. The money they could have just got paid had you been doing the right thing and hit them people. You understand? Let's keep going.
And you want to take a life because somebody threw some money? Not because they slapped your mama. Not because they kidnapped your daughter like you did other people's kids. But because they threw some money in your face? So now you sliding on the burner? And now he burning? Now somebody catch it in the face? Who saw the shooting go down? And now you guys running scared? They got to catch you at the light? And then you put it on the homeboy Shine. He was just trying to put his country of police on. And then what's even worse, you got into the demonic satanic rituals and you stuck a broken champagne glass in my friend's private areas, both holes. And it was broken, sharp edged glass. Everybody knows if you take a glass and break it and you holding it like this, take a beer bottle. Everybody got a beer bottle at the house. Look, I'm drinking some cheap ass Andre. If I was to break this, right, and turn it upside down, I break it and it's in half, the part's gonna be jagged, right? She stuck the jagged edges of a broken champagne glass per Diddy's request, Sean Combs' request. And they jabbed it in my holes down there so bad that they had to do constructive surgery and stitch her up there. And that's on the black web. Go look it up. The same girl in the D&G shirt, the same girl on the table. Imagine her mindset, y'all. From 11 years old, she done had a champagne glass rammed in her. She done had 2 babies for this man. She done been beat. She been denied soap in the bath. She only get water baths. She been denied bathroom breaks. Denzel had to run out of there because she shit on stage. I'm slurping strawberries off her thinking she a grown woman. She 14 laying up there. I didn't know. And then they tried to kill her. They took her to the woods with a person with a gun. She ended up getting the gun away from him and killing him. And then running through the woods, making it to the highway, passing out. A white man found her, picked her up, took her to the police station. When she got there, they called Diddy. They had his number. And he came with a duffel bag full of money and paid him. And they made her leave with him. And he was yelling, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, in the car because she was supposed to be dead, but his homeboy was dead. And they covered up the murder. And y'all wrong. Police department and feds, y'all wrong. Because she told you back in 2012 about all of this. She even put my name in her complaint. Diddy's lawyer, Mark, is who signed her out of the mental hospital. And she had to say the same thing like me, that she was lying. I mean, that she was...
Oh, see, that's the part right there. That's the part. She said they told the police. And she said, and she is alleging that Diddy's lawyer, current lawyer right now, Mark Anglifo, she is implicating him and saying he's the one who signed to get that girl out of the mental spot. And she said that that girl put her name in the police report as well, and they ignored it. You think she made all that up off the dome? Think about this. Who on God's green earth could make that story up right there she just said, off the dome? Who? Who making that up with detail off the dome? The devil is a liar. The devil is a liar. And she said, Diddy's lawyer now, back then. So you do the math. Diddy's lawyer need to be asked questions about this. Mark Anglifo, he needs to be asked questions about this. You know what it makes me think? When I think about lawyers for high price cats, this is what I think about. I think about, what's the lawyer's name, you guys, from The Wire? Levy. What's Mark Levy? Isn't his name Levy? Mark Levy, the lawyer from The Wire, right? To normal people, Mark Levy looked like he was a upstanding citizen. But if you watch The Wire and you look at Mark Levy's true character, so this woman is putting Diddy's current lawyer, who's saying that all these things are lies. She said Diddy's current lawyer was the one who signed this girl allegedly out of that mental hospital. That's what Adria English stated, not Ticket. So she's saying that Diddy's lawyer, I'm gonna play that part again. Play that part again.
And he came with a duffel bag full of money and paid him, and they made her leave with him. And he was yelling, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, in the car because she was supposed to be dead, but his homeboy was dead, and they covered up the murder. And y'all wrong, police department and feds, y'all wrong. Because she told you back in 2012 about all of this. She even put my name in her complaint.
Now that can easily be going to be checked out. And she's lying. She said she even put my name in that complaint back in 2012. Is she lying? That can easily be checked out. That can easily be checked out if she's lying. That's all I'm asking y'all. She said that. So why would she lie and say that there's information and nobody is coming, pulling up, getting smoke with her? Don't you think with those type of allegations, Jennifer Lopez's whole team would have came out with a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against this woman? Don't tell me no. Because that bodyguard that Diddy had, he's suing the other girl for $100 million. And he's just Diddy's bodyguard. This is Jennifer Lopez that we talking about. And she says she got the receipts and evidence. See, she also said they reported it to the police already in 2012. And she said the police, y'all wrong. And the feds, y'all wrong, because she said they ignored it. Now it makes sense. When you guys see all of these entertainers and people in high positions, actors and stuff, getting behind these high-powered political figures, who y'all really think is controlling everything? You get close to a presidential figure, candidate, damn it, you damn near just as close to being in control of yourself. So you see the power and influence and why these figures always want endorsements from rappers. You think, why are they going and get rappers? Why do both candidates go get rappers and all these other people to come endorse them? Big high figures in this social media world. Why? Why do both sides? Because I don't pick no side, nigga. I just pick the truth. Why do both sides go get these high power figures with all this big following to back them? Why do these guys go and seek out I'm going to endorse this person and use my 8, 9, 10 million following on my social media because, people are so easily influenced. So you see all of these people endorsing on both sides certain candidates who have big followings. Because then, now when I get in a jam, remember, I use my people to help put you in a certain place. So now it's time for you to help and look out for me. That's the good old boy system they talking about. And it's been going on for years. It didn't just drop now. Didn't start now. So when they say, why were all these people afraid to come out against Diddy? Diddy been playing the political game for years. Remember when he had the shirts, vote or die, and was doing all of those different campaigns? I will never forget that. He was all on MTV at the time. All those other music networks and big networks wearing those shirts, pushing those campaigns, pushing people to get behind his agenda. All the people that were following these people. This is the reason why. Now, what do? Now you become powerful in big positions. So now anything that comes against you, that shit get blocked at the door. It gets blocked at the door. And these are all facts. And y'all ask me why I don't get into politics and I don't vote. Because all that shit dirty. On both sides. It's all dirty. And a lot of people are just puppets and believe anything people say to you guys in the public. On both sides. But if we really saw the curtain pull back and we really saw what happens in private, kind of how they showed you on The Wire, right? How all of these different politicians and people have to do so much dirty stuff, period, on the regular. See what I'm saying? But nobody wants to talk about that truth. It's just two sides pointing a finger at each other and saying, no, it's your fault. No, it's you. No, it's you. When everybody's doing the same type of BS. It's all about who you like. That's it. That's all. Who you like and who you think benefit your agenda the most. That's all about. See what I'm saying? So when you think about, and when they say, well, why didn't these people come forward? First of all, they didn't have these means back then. YouTube was not a thing where people could come out, do interviews, and have their own outlet. They didn't have independent media where they could go to. You guys have to remember back in the day, if you couldn't, you had to have a connection to get on the big mainstream news. Whatever they put on the news, that's what you got. Think about it. Whatever perspective they gave to you from the news, that's what you got. There was no other perspectives. There was no other critical thinking. There was no other clapbacks. Whatever they wrote in the newspaper, whoever wrote that article, that was the perspective you got. And you was going to have to live with that. So people was brainwashed and mentally controlled for decades based off the news and how they reported it. But don't nobody want to hear that. Now, in comes the YouTube social media era, where now these people can go to multiple major YouTube media outlets and give their stories because the mainstream media, who is controlled by mainstream cats, would block all that shit and wouldn't even allow it in the door. So a woman like Adria English, they would never even be able to be heard if there was no social media like it is today. Their stories would be blocked at the door. You would be given certain perspectives and certain viewpoints from things, and that's it. Same thing they do with y'all around the world. When you turn on your TV, they give you a perspective about a different country. The problem be between two people at the top, but they make it about a whole country. How do I know? Because I've been around the world, nigga. I've been in some of the hottest spots on planet Earth. I touched the soil, nigga. And I walked down the streets 1, 2 o'clock in the morning by myself and didn't have no problem. And talk with people. And they told me, bro, we don't hate y'all. We hate y'all leadership. They lie. And when you're on the other sides and you see it, you're like, damn, the way the media put it out, they put it out like these are some evil people. But that's not the truth. If you really move and go around the world and see different things, they would have y'all thinking that these different people from different cultures are evil and that they're hateful. But no, they have built up hate because of the propaganda that's been spewed on our TV screen for years that have painted people in certain lights. But now when you have independent media, when you have guys that are able to travel around the world, go do these blogs in different countries, go touch the soil and talk to people, they respect that aspect more than just the propaganda that's being put on the news. So in the era that these people were growing up in, the social media was not prevalent like that. When I was 16, 15 years old, there was no interviews on YouTube, interviews on Facebook, interviews in other places. There was no social media like that. You only got your news from the station, and whoever ran the station, they approve what news and media was pushed to y'all. So if I have a connection with these artists and they say, man, nah, we ain't gonna run that story, don't run it like that, run it like this, then you only get that perspective. So all of this time, your mind has been controlled. You don't know people. You know the perspective they put out there about these people. The only way you know people is if you've been with them on a day-to-day basis. But you see how many people are willing to give themselves completely up for people they genuinely do not know because they are going off what they are told or what they see in a public light. But I want y'all to think about something. And I said this yesterday in the stream. We praise celebrity, but we don't praise the real person. We don't know the real person. For years, they told you that Carl Winslow was a father, family father, who was a leader of his kids and was a strong Black man, father figure. And so everybody grew up on Family Matters and, oh man, look at Carl. And all the moments they gave y'all with Carl and Eddie and Carl and Laura Winslow and Carl and his wife being a perfect couple, not perfect, but being a Black couple, trying to make it. But in real life, somebody in the comment section, tell me what Carl Winslow's name was in real life. In real life, Carl Winslow's not married. In real life, Carl Winslow doesn't have kids. In real life, Carl Winslow has an entire different life. Yeah, his name is Reginald. That's his name. So you don't know Reginald. You know Carl Winslow. Reginald Van Johnson, you don't know him. So when they say, oh man, they're trying to tear down our celebrities. No, you're right. Celebrity. Because you never knew that real person. You knew Eddie Winslow, who was macking all the pretty honeys, who was going through the trials and tribulations as a teenager on Family Matters. Something that all young fellas was going through that came up in a family like that had a father like that. Those type of conversations, arguments, all of these things. But in real life, Eddie Winslow, Darius McCray, he not macking the honeys. In real life, Darius McCray is macking fellas. He's macking trannies in real life. These are facts. But we praise the actor, not the person. Think about what I said. So they can take the devil himself, dress him up, and put him in a role in Hollywood and make you love him. This has been going on forever. I can do it how they did it in wrestling. I can give you a good guy and I can give you a bad guy. So they marketed this one as a good guy, marketed that one as a bad guy. And once again, the last proof, I told y'all this yesterday, was the movie Higher Learning. When the role of Remy, the racist, people hated, they hated old boy in real life based off of a role he acted in a movie. Because they put him in that racist role, and we grew up off Higher Learning, and that touched so many people. What happened in that movie? The man who played Remy dealt with that in real life for years before people could realize and separate he played a role versus him as a person, because they embody you in the roles that you play. So they can make you good or they can make you bad and people hate you. These are the same things they do in the media and have done for years. They can control your mind because they're putting out their perspective. And it's mainly two sides. If you look at the media, it's two sides. It's Democratic channels, it's Republican channels. That's how they operate. So one side, you're going to get all of this type of news. The other side, you're going to get all of this type of news. Both sides say either side, the other side ain't fair. When are you going to get the news that caters and tells the truth down the line about everything? That happened when you brought independent media in the state who wasn't attached to no side. See, this game has been going on for years. Control how we think. Make us argue, fuss, and fight with each other. Crash out. Meanwhile, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Meanwhile, these same people that have gone to this political war back and forth, these are the same people behind the scenes that y'all see at all these parties together. All these same people grew up together. All these same people been in the same pictures and videos and photos and groups together. That's how they know so much about each other. This ain't nothing but a game they playing for political power. Think about it. They all been linked together for years. The only thing that brought them apart was a political battle. But if you go back and look, you will see pictures with all these people hanging out with each other. These are facts. These are facts. And to the person who said he never thought Michael Rappaport caught pure hell playing Remy, yes, he did. Because people really associate it. Until this day, some people still associate him with that role. With that role, sir. But remember, that was a role. Michael Rappaport, people knew him now outside of that role. If he never, because he allowed himself to be seen and known as Michael Rappaport. He was on media outlets, doing TV shows and stuff like that, so people got to see, okay, this is Michael Rappaport, put it separate from this. But if he never did that, people would have always associated him when they seen him as being Remy, a role that was pre-planned and acted out. right? Right? So when you see these things, I tell y'all, this is the stuff that goes on all the time, man. This is why I try to tell y'all this. Everybody be like, "Oh man, this one and that one and that one and this one. Oh man, you see what Kamala did? Did you see what Trump did? Oh man, this one Kamala ain't good. Trump ain't good. Oh, Trump is the guy. Oh, Kamala's the girl. Oh, I don't know about you. You don't know about me. I don't know about you. All these people are arguing with each other like a bunch of chickens with their head cut off. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, all them people been cool and been in the same circles for the longest. They've been in the same circles and chopping it up, same events, all these things for the longest. All you have to do is look. The pictures are all online. They were all together. These are all facts. You see what I'm saying? But this is what happens when they put out a certain perspective to you guys in the media. The media can sway our minds from how they put out different things. That's why I always tell y'all, I listen to the person. When I listen to them, I put my mind and my heart in their soul to see how I feel about what they're saying. Then I look at the other situations and the other aspects of the situation, the history of the person, just different things to see if it adds up. How these people are saying these stories, if these people are really asking for smoke. This girl, Adria English, she's begging for smoke and ain't got none. Ain't got none. She begging for smoke with them celebrities. She ain't got no smoke. And she says, I'm waiting for y'all to sue me. I got receipts. I have evidence and proof. I have evidence and proof. You damn right, LB. LB says, I live in D.C. The Republicans and Democrats always hang together. It's theater on TV. You ain't never lied. And all these people out here arguing with each other, tearing each other down based off people that in real life, they've been cool. In real life, Trump and Hillary Clinton, they were cool for years. They were best of friends, all in the same circle. All in the same circle. This is undeniable facts. Same thing about lawyers and judges and all these other people. Lawyers that are going in the same courtrooms day to day to day to day. All them New York lawyers and all these California lawyers and all these other lawyers going in the same courthouses, representing you. But guess what? They know the other lawyer that's prosecuting you, that's trying to send you to prison forever. So they're arguing in court. But after court, we can go get some lunch. Your life is on the line, but your two lawyers are going to have lunch together. The lawyer and the judge have had lunch together all in the past. They've all been cool for years. This is how the system works. These people all in the same circle, all in the same situation. And y'all ask me why I don't get into politics and pick a side. This is why I try and tell y'all this stuff. See what I'm saying? So again, and you get so brought into certain sides that you ignore things about the actual person themselves. Because, and this doesn't just happen with presidential candidates. This happens with celebrities and all of these things. Let me give you an example. Look at how many people were defending R. Kelly, even though they probably knew R. Kelly did those things to those ladies. You had people still standing tall for R. Kelly because they love his music and what his music did for their lives. People had babies off his music. People got married off of his music. People had makeups off of his music. So because of that, you become a fanatic, and your fanboyism gets attached to that person. And then what happens is they can't do no wrong to you. Just like your kid. Your kid could be out here tearing down the community, committing murder day after day after day. And as a parent, you feel like my kid can't do nothing wrong. You don't want to see your baby like that. And that's how people treat these celebrities and these other people. They don't know. They just bought into the celebrity. They don't know you in real life. Because I tell you one thing, if you really saw how a lot of these people live and talk on a day-to-day basis, you'll be like, damn, dog, I really supported like that person. I really respected that person. Like, no, you respected their craft. You respected their ability and their capability. You respected their talent. You didn't know them personally. You knew them in their professional world. See what I'm saying? So that's why I could never get so emotionally attached to people I don't know personally, unless it's situations like this that affect other people in such devastating ways, like have been affected in this P. Diddy situation. Which is why I bang so hard on this, because I have no desire to impress no other man or woman on this earth. I have no desire to do that. I have friends, I have associates, I have people I'm cool with. But I don't have people I want to worship and praise and adore and all of these other things.
And he was yelling, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, in the car because she was supposed to be dead, but his homeboy was dead, and they covered up the murder. And y'all wrong, police department and feds, y'all wrong, because she told you back in 2012 about all of this. She even put my name in her complaint. Diddy's lawyer, Mark, is who signed her out of the mental hospital, and she had to say the same thing like me, that she was lying, that she was dreaming, and it was all a dream, and that's how she got out the mental hospital. But J-Lo, sticking in jagged glass, cutting a child over and over, and she said she was screaming and hollering, and J-Lo was laughing. And then, and while it was happening, other celebrities were in the room. She had to stab Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian's mom. She had to stab her to get out the room. And if you guys pull up old interviews, you'll see when Kim Jenner says, I've been stabbed before. And she's talking about my homegirl. She had to get out that room because they were all conjuring up. They were doing a ritual sacrifice over around her because she was the innocent child, and they were all conjuring up demons. And they asked her, "What are you conjuring, child? What are you saying?" She said, "I see Jesus." And they all said, she's a witch. They called her a witch because she said, "I see Jesus," when all of them are conjuring up actual demons. But when she said, "I see Jesus," 11-year-old baby say, "I see Jesus," and then Kris Jenner was still trying to hold her down. She had to Kris Jenner to get the fuck out of there. I'm coming for. I'm with my bare hands if they let me.
Now, do you?
So now she's dragged Kris Jenner and said that Kris Jenner is involved in this too. She also said some other things about Kris Jenner. I won't play that on this video. Kris Jenner can respond to Adria English's allegations if she wants. There have been a lot of different things said about that family over the years. And so Kris Jenner, she wants to smoke Adria English. She looking for it. And just like I said, you guys, the way people tell their stories, man, like I said before, here's the thing. There are diabolical people that's out here. And I'm talking about, there are women that's out here that, will absolutely, do anything to cut down a brother. There are some. That is true. You know what I'm saying? They put themselves in positions, trick themselves out of positions, and will be spiteful and do all of these things. But there's some people that's just telling the truth, man. And the truth emanates through a person. The truth emanates through a person. This woman, Adria English, sounds like a woman that's been in bondage for a lot of her life, for the things and the way she was living and the things that she did. And she admitted that she made the choice to get into that life. But she wasn't expecting the things that happened to her once she got into that life. And the things that she would see, experience. She didn't know she was getting into that type of situation. See what I'm saying? Now they're in the comment section demanding that there's an investigation be launched into Jennifer Lopez. And I guarantee you guys, the feds are going to call this woman if they haven't already called her. She's going to get, she's already, this woman, Adria English, she's getting called. The feds have probably already got her testimony. Remember, you can go look at her pictures online. She was in these Diddy's freak off parties. So she saw everybody that was in there. And a lot of shit that was going on. So when you say that these were all celebrity parties, basically, man, listen, bro. Think about a circle. And for you to be in that circle, you got to be cool. Go to these parties, chop it up with these people. Everybody want to be in those big circles. And that's the thing. You still got people in this era that we live in. I want y'all to really think about this. When you can come on your own channel, start from 0 subscribers, and build yourself up to millions and millions of subscribers and make your own self a star. But you still got people that want to be in these celebrity groups. Make it make sense. God has provided a way for all these people to be independently famous themselves. But they still want celebrity approval and to be in these groups and to be associated with these people. When there's now been other opportunities to come up and create your name and be major. You understand what I'm saying? Social media ways on TikTok, ways on Facebook, ways on Instagram. I'm just saying. Now, some people have chosen one route to go. Some people have chosen a different route to go. Right? And I'm telling you guys what it is. So I'm just letting y'all know what's up, man. This situation is sad, bro. I want to hear J-Lo's response to Adria English allegations. I want to hear her response. And it's funny to me that nobody has directly asked Jennifer Lopez about those allegations. These videos that these people are doing are getting millions of views. Everybody's seeing it. When your video's doing them type of views, all the important people are seeing it. Bro, listen, celebrities ain't nothing but like us, bro. That's why I thank God every single day I was presented multiple celebrities early in my life. And what it did was, what that blessing to me did was, it desensitized me to being around celebrities. Because I never forget the first day I came to the basketball gym and I saw all these goddamn Rolls Royces, big ass trucks, exotic cars parked outside the gym. And I was like, damn. And me and my boys at the high school, we go to the court and play. And it'd be loaded with NBA stars in that joint. Hall of Famers. Every day we balling with these cats, going in there, seeing these cats touch. And at first, I was starstruck. I ain't gonna lie, like, damn, dog, I want that. That made you want everything they had. Pulling up, seeing all these whips and stuff like that, all these nice rides. You go in the gym, like you touching, you right there, like playing against these guys. Dog, like, damn, dog, I like, you know what I'm saying? They saying, yo, what's up? Normal shit. And once you're around that every single day, and listen, all these cats can tell you, I can name about 30 names, and they all tell you, oh yeah, I was with Ticket. We come to the gym every single day. We was in the gym hooping every day. Niggas in the Hall of Fame right now, in the NBA Hall of Fame. Niggas had long NBA basketball career. All these was famous. And we see them all the time. Whether it was in the summertime, all the time. Off season, summertime, everybody come through, play, hoop all the time. I seen that. So when I seen that, after a while, it desensitizes you to that because you're always around them. So at an early age, I looked at them as just as normal people. So I don't get starstruck. I don't be like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get starstruck. because I've been around these people. So it's like, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Now, when you get older and you start to see, damn, you see other people who have never been around these. Look how some people get when celebrities get around. They lose their mind. Start hooting and hollering and screaming and crying and all this other stuff. What the hell? What is this? Like, huh? I tell y'all something I never forgot. When I was in LA, and I was over there at the Lakers old practice facility in El Segundo, after our practice got over with, I walked outside the gym and I was getting ready to walk back to the locker room area, and I ran right into Phil Jackson. I would have thought I'd have been starstruck, but since I'd already been around so many celebrities, I say, "What's up, Phil?" I said, "Coach, what up, Coach? Coach Phil, what's up, baby?" He was like, "Yeah, you doing?" Boom, shook my hand. I just kept moving. He said, "Hey, how you doing, young man?" Exactly what he said, face to face. He's standing right there at the table, right there. This is the same practice facility that the Lakers and the Kings hockey team had, right in El Segundo. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. And there's a reception table. At the reception table, it's got the Lakers logo behind it, and it had the LA Kings logo behind it. And to the left side, if you go in, if you walk to the left side, it's a hockey rink down there where they used to practice, the hockey team. If you go to the right side, it's the locker rooms, the Lakers locker room, practice locker room, the all of the training rooms and all that other stuff. And down that hallway, all they had was big ass framed pictures, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all the Laker greats. Now ask any nigga that played for the Lakers in my line. You only could have been in there to know, to see all them goddamn cases of Gatorade they had in there for them players. A damn near, I've seen probably 100 cases of Gatorades just sitting around. Right? So again, to see that type of stuff at an early age, I was just like, damn, dog, you know what I'm saying? Boom, it was normal. I literally walked the field. I was like, damn, I was thinking in my mind, I never forget, I never knew Phil Jackson was that tall. I never knew when I met Mitch Kupchak, who was the general manager of the Lakers at that time, I never knew he was that tall until I was up on him face to face. I was like, damn, Mitch tall as hell. This dude long, tall as I don't know what. Phil Jackson too. Now, remind you, I'm 6'9". And I'm looking these dudes dead in the face. I didn't know Phil was that tall just from seeing them on TV before. So I'm looking at these guys in the face. And Mitch Kupchak, like, he's the same height. So, yeah, y'all. Like I told y'all, that celebrity thing, man, I'm just saying, bro. Like, share, subscribe, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'm just giving y'all some real shit just from my perspective.